What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. We are here with another part 3, that's right, with James Gunn's Suicide Squad set to release later on this year. Now is the perfect time to play catch up on who's come and gone throughout the years of the Suicide Squad. This is a part 3, so odds are you already know this, or you already know why you're here. So without further ado, I'm Taylor McWaters, and here are the top 10 most powerful Suicide Squad members. Part 3, let's count them down. Kicking off the list at number 10, Slipknot. Yeah, so he was in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, but he didn't last long. I think he was in the movie for 46 seconds, maybe longer. It felt like 46. He got robbed. He's actually really cool in the comics. He's a mercenary who can climb anything. He uses his trusty ropes and grappling hooks, and being a formidable assassin, he should have probably survived longer in that movie. He joined the team in Fury of Firestorm versus the Suicide Squad. In the comics, he and Captain Boomerang believed that the bombs Waller had strapped to their arms were fake, just like in the movie. So Slipknot tried to make a run for it, and in doing so, he got his arm blown to smithereens. And at that point, Captain Boomerang was like, okay, maybe they're real. Maybe they're real. Okay, I believe you. And before we continue on with this list of powerful Suicide Squad members, guys, if you want to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, because it really does help us out quite a bit here at our studio. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Now let's get right back to the list. Number 9, Katana. Tatsu Yamashiro was a member of David Ayer's Suicide Squad, and she made her comic book debut in The Brave and the Bold issue 200. She's a skilled martial artist who wields the Soul Taker sword, which sounds as cool as it is. Her husband's soul is actually one of the many that are trapped inside said sword. She trained as a samurai under Master Tadishi, and then she suited up and headed to America to join the fight for justice. She joined the Suicide Squad in Volume 5, issue 27. Other than being a powerful member of the squad, she's also been a key member of the Outsiders. Number 8, Blockbuster. This absolute unit entered Detective Comics in 1965, issue 345. Mark Desmond was kind of a Bruce Banner situation. Kind of. He was a brilliant scientist who felt like he was too scrawny. Yeah, he wanted to become stronger. He wanted to be bigger. He wanted to get ripped, and Sarah's discovery wasn't cutting it. So what did he do? He created a serum that just made him strong, because that's what you do in comics. He got super strength, but unfortunately the serum side effects resulted in him being a mindless brute, and he no longer was capable of talking as well. He was part of the Suicide Squad in the comics, but again, not for long. One of those characters that was cut too short. In Legends issue 3, Task Force X is sent to Mount Rushmore to take out Brimstone, but Brimstone actually used his fire powers against Blockbuster, and Muscles versus Fire, usually Fire is gonna win that battle. Muscles versus Fire, Fire is probably gonna win 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, definitely. So that was Blockbuster's last appearance, short and sweet. Number 7, El Diablo. This was a key member in the climax of David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Cheto Santana, he joined the team in 2011 with the New 52's version of the Suicide Squad. And his powers, well, yeah, you probably guessed it. Similar to that fire guy I was just talking about. He has the powers of pyrokinesis, and when he uses up all of his power, like we saw on the big screen, he can become much larger. He grows wings too. He straight up becomes a fire demon. How scary is that? Now, he's got quite the temper. Back before his Suicide Squad days were even upon him, he burned down an entire building just to settle a score with a gang. But then when he realized that innocent people were involved, obviously he turned himself in. So he's trying, you know? Number 6, Black Manta. David Hyde, most would recognize as a major Aquaman villain, aka Black Manta. The most recent incarnation of the villain was introduced in Aquaman Volume 7, issue 7. He grew up on a houseboat, excelling in diving and treasure hunting, and his parents were divorced, and he's stuck with his father, Jesse Hyde. Cause yeah, treasure hunting beats pretty much whatever's going on Mom's side. Sorry. They were looking for the Black Pearl, which wasn't a ship with Johnny Depp drunk aboard. Rather, it was a pearl that granted its users hydrokinetic abilities. And in Teen Titans Volume 6, issue 10, David found that pearl. He later joined the squad in Volume 4 when he thought Aquaman had perished, because he figured, well, nothing better to do, might as well just join this team and do some villain stuff. Number 5, Mind Boggler. First appearing in Firestorm Volume 2, issue 29, Leia Wasserman is a punk rocker who just happens to have been given powers by Breathtaker of the Assassination Bureau. Those powers being mind control, and she's actually really, really good at it. Her name is Mind Boggler, so she must be, right? She can make the walls seem like they're closing in, resulting in her victim to suffer a loss of equilibrium that they just instantly feel nauseous. Hey, it's Mind Boggler. Yeah. One sec. She was on the Suicide Squad, but Captain Boomerang let her get riddled with bullets. You know, because she humiliated him for harassing another member. So yeah, Captain Boomerang's kind of the worst. Number 4, Mr. 104. not to be confused with Mr. 305, although they are very similar. We now go to Doom Patrol and Suicide Squad Special. He's originally a Doom Patrol villain, but they all teamed up to rescue Hawk in Nicaragua, so I had to include this guy because, well, he would be much different now if he came around in the comics or the movies. Mr. 104 can transform his body into any of the elements. See, back then there were only 104. Now this dude could have transformed into 118. Or whatever the number is. Unfortunately, his time as a Suicide Squad member was cut short while they were fighting the Rocket Red Brigade. Number 3, Punch and Jewelee. A 2-for-1 combo coming right at you. Okay, so this criminal duo made their first appearance in Secret Origins Volume 2, issue 28. And they're not taken seriously by most, but they've been known to be just as unpredictable as the Joker and Harley Quinn. See, Jewelee grew up in Brooklyn with Punch, and they worked as puppeteers at Coney Island during the day, which sounds like a blast. But at nighttime, the couple drifts into the shadows, and they become thieves. They came across a container filled with alien weaponry, and they used it to create this underground base in Coney Island. And their criminal super career was born. They were recruited by the Suicide Squad in issue 24 of Ostrander's run in the 80s, but they left when a pregnancy came into the picture. Probably a good time to quit a Suicide Squad. I'd agree on that departure for sure. Number 2, Captain Cold. Leonard Snart made his debut in Showcase issue 8. Now, Leonard enjoyed the company of his grandfather, who ran an ice cream truck, but after he passed away, Leonard had to just spend his remaining days with his father, who was just a terrible parent all around. So this led to Leonard joining a group of thieves, but he was caught by the Flash. See, originally he was a Flash villain. So next he studied the energy emissions of a cyclotron and figured, maybe it could work against this Flash guy. So he designed a weapon that could freeze people using the moisture in the air. Frozone style. And then he later on joined the squad in issue 17. I would be pretty pumped to see Captain Cold in live action. I feel like we need an evil Frozone on the big screen, that's for sure. And finally, coming in at number 1, Poison Ivy. Pamela Isley, there we go. She joined the team in issue 33. She actually stuck around for quite a while. She made her comic book debut way back earlier in Batman issue 181. She studied botany in Seattle, and after she was poisoned from special herbs, she got these fantastic abilities, and now she's invulnerable to all these poisons. And after spending some time in prison after run-ins with the Bat, she was recruited to the Suicide Squad. Like I said, she stuck around for quite a while. She helped the team out from issues 33 to 66. Now, around the same time, she was also spreading deadly toxins around Gotham City in hopes that the only remaining citizens would be those naturally immune. So yeah, she's kind of a big bad deal. Well guys, there you have it. Which members are you hoping to see hit the big screen in James Gunn's Suicide Squad releasing later this year? Let us know in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Top 10 Nerd. I'm Taylor McWaters. Bye.